Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Common Sense News. My name is Doug Compton, and today I want to talk about Ukraine and the situation going on there with the company of Burisma and Hunter Biden joining the board, and the July 25th phone call that Trump made that pretty much kicked off this whole impeachment thing, and we've really only heard one side of the story, and that being that Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, made a lot of money that he did not deserve working on the board of directors in that company. But the story is a lot deeper than that. We've only heard the one side of the story. And here I'm going to tell you just a little bit of the other side. And I'm probably going to make this into a few different videos. Um, so I'm going to start off with Burisma. The company itself has been investigated on and off for quite some time right now for their corruption and massive money laundering that was going on. The United Kingdom was the last country looking into it, and they were looking into it all the way up until the phone call with Donald Trump because they didn't want to get involved in that. But while they were investigating them, they managed to freeze all of their bank accounts. And while their bank accounts were frozen, that is when Hunter Biden joined the board of directors. There was $23 million that was frozen, that was laundered money that was frozen in the bank that they used, that Burisma used, and that's when Hunter Biden joined that board. The owner of Burisma, his name is Kolomoisky, and he was on a travel ban. He was on a travel ban list because of beheadings that he had done. You heard me correctly, beheadings. And he hired radicals to use chainsaws against rival companies. So this is not a good dude. And Joe Biden cleared his visa in order for him to be able to come to the USA to open for business, because why not, right? And then Joe Biden and John Kerry, of all people, who John Kerry also has a son who works for a gas company in Ukraine, if you didn't know that. They lobbied $1.8 billion to unfreeze the money that was being held at Privat Bank, which I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Privat Bank is the state bank of Ukraine. It's the bank that provides the payroll for all the government employees, and it's their state bank. And there was $23 million that was frozen from Burisma because it was laundered money, and the UK managed to get it frozen. And Joe Biden cleared his visa to the United States of America. And Joe Biden and John Kerry laundered $1.8 billion. Now, that $1.8 billion was part of the bailout money back in 2009, 2010. That was supposed to bail out the banks here in the United States. Well, they also bailed out banks in Ukraine. One of those banks was this Privat Bank, and they managed to unfreeze it with their $1.8 billion in our taxpayer money. Guess who the co-founder of Privat Bank is? Kolomoisky. The same guy that owns Burisma also owns the state bank of Ukraine. That's how deep this thing goes. The 1.8 billion dollars that went to Privat Bank just vanished. It vanished. It's gone. Um I'm using quotation marks when I say vanished. I'm sure it went to the pockets of a few people, but that 1.8 billion dollars just completely vanished. Well, that's all I got for today. I do, however, want to give a shout out to Glenn Beck on Blaze TV. He did a 2 hour long episode on where all this money went, all the money laundering. Like I said at the beginning, this is the biggest money laundering scheme in history, and it went through 3 or 4 different countries. And I got to give a shout out to Glenn Beck on Blaze TV. If you don't have Blaze TV, you should get it. It's $10 a month. And I don't know. I've looked up on the internet just how many subscribers that they have, and they have not released that information. But he did say that Blaze TV is the second most viewed conservative TV show behind Fox News. So that just tells you right there that it's very popular. So that's all I got for today. I'm going to have a lot more videos on this, and I will probably see you tomorrow. Alrighty. Thanks for watching.